Oh my gosh. Can you guys believe it? Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, it all went down today. Hey, I want to talk to you today about what you do when everything goes sideways on you. So the big question is this: how is a tiny percentage of entrepreneurs blow the pack away? What are they doing that we're not? I asked myself that question for 10 years. I was failing forward and getting sick of it. I wanted to build a coaching business, but couldn't make any headway. So I started studying them. I realized that the world's most elite marketers, entrepreneurs, and gurus were all using the same 4-step system. I call it the authority factor. On the show, I'm going to prove to you that the authority factor worked for them and it'll work for you. My name is Ken Dunn. Let's get started. Did it feel to you like the world was ending? You know, Facebook went down, Instagram went down, WhatsApp went down, they all went down, the internet started going sideways. My question to you is, what did you do when it happened? And I have to just spend a bit of time with you and dig into this a little bit. I'm probably not going to be the only person to create a video to talk about some slant on whatever happened. We don't even know what happened yet, but it just happened. It happened 6 hours ago. I was just about to do a Facebook Live to remind everybody in my audience about a Zoom call that we were doing this afternoon, like I'd done 100 times before, and Facebook went down. At 11 o'clock this morning, Facebook went down. And I instantly thought to myself, the minute that it happened, I was excited by it. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that panic, right? If you're trying to build a following right now and you're using social media, which you should be, obviously, you should be publishing every day if you're trying to build a following, but you're trying to do that, but then the platform goes down, most people will start to panic when that happens. But I thought to myself immediately, it was a blessing in disguise, because there's so many things that I want to do. There's so many ways that I want to get my message out. And my biggest desire in the world is to help coaches and consultants. But I also know that I am no good to my clients if I'm not continuing to grow. If I'm not constantly looking at new ways to deliver content and new ways to learn and to grow and sharpening my saw. So what did I do for the last 6 hours? I read books. I'm reading 2 books at the same time right now. I'm reading Tanner Chittiser's book called Infinite Income, and I'm reading Russell Brunson's book, Expert Secrets, for the 3rd time. Now, the reason I'm reading these books right now is I'm right now starting to write my next book, which is called Get Paid Helping Others. It's a chronicle of exactly how I've helped hundreds of people to build their coaching businesses and how I build my own coaching business. It's a 4-step framework that has worked for hundreds and hundreds of people. But these books that I have here on my desk, I have Taki Moore's book, which is called $1 Million Coach, amazing book. I have Alex Hormozi's new book called $100 Million Offers, and .com Secrets, Russell Brunson. Well, these books are all on related topics to what I'm writing my book about. And the men and women who wrote these books are people that I admire. So what I'm doing right now is I'm reading their books and studying them. And I'm learning things in each of these books that I'm implementing in my business right now. And I'm doing this for a couple reasons. Number one, these books have sold millions of copies. And if I want my book to become a best-selling book, I need to make sure I model excellence. So I got to look at the current trends, how they were written, what's included in them, the detail that they go into. And I'm not doing it because I'm going to copy what they're writing in their books. A lot of the things that I'm going to write about are going to be similar because I've learned from Russell Brunson and I've been running parallel to Tanner Chittiser and Taki Moore. But these books have done well, so they speak to something. But the real point that I'm trying to make here isn't about the books that I'm reading or what I decided to do. It's how I reacted to an unforeseen circumstance, to something I didn't know what was coming. And friends, I think if you learn anything from me at all, that's probably the biggest thing that I want you to learn, is that shift happens. Things happen all the time, and things are going to happen to you. You're going to have plans for a day that are going to get completely sideswiped. You're going to have things that you want to accomplish. You're going to put effort into building a funnel that flops. You're going to be trying to accomplish a goal and it goes sideways on you. Don't get what you want. It's the real key to success in any business is the pivot, is what you do when things don't go your way, is what you do when things don't go right. It's how you pivot. So the minute that my plans for today were completely changed because of something that was outside of my control, Facebook went down, I instantly sat down here at my desk and started reading. And I literally read a quarter of this book in the last 4 hours. And it was like the most amazing use of my time. So I don't worry about the fact that Facebook went down. I didn't lose any sleep over it. And I think that's probably one of the things that if you want to do anything to bulletproof yourself, it would be that. It would be learn to pivot. And what's the secret to learning to pivot? I guess there's a couple things I can tell you. If you're a reader, it's the best pivot in the world. If something doesn't go right, if you end up with time on your hands, rather than slipping into a video game or Netflix, have a place where you read, a steadfast place, and have your books ready and just sit down and get into them. That's probably one of the best pivots in the world. When something doesn't go right, have a plan B. Try things. And here's what you have to understand. Is in your journey as a business owner and entrepreneur, your things aren't going to go right. Things are going to change. Things are going to you're going to get sideswiped by things. And so expect it. When things don't go your way, take it on the chin. Don't let yourself get slowed down by it. Don't go into, some pity party. Just realize it means you're going in the right direction. When things don't go your way, when you get sideswiped by something that goes wrong, it means you're moving. And if you keep moving forward, eventually you're going to get where you want to go. So I want to thank Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, the Facebook group of companies, for falling apart today, because you helped me to do something that was really important to me that I wouldn't have done if we didn't have a crash on Facebook today. I don't know if you got anything out of this or not, but I'm going to go back to reading here. I want to literally make sure that I get the most use of my time. I just wanted to share this with you right now. This is really what happened to me when Facebook crashed. And I hope you got something out of this. I hope you start realizing that you're always in control. Even when things feel like they're not going right for you and something happens that you feel like is out of your control, you're still in control in that moment, because you can redirect, you can pivot and do something else. It's really that simple.